Welcome everybody to a look at a brand new Arrow video box set, and it is their third spaghetti western box set, and it is called Savage Guns. So once again, like the previous two box sets, they have 4 films from 4 different directors, and yeah, unlike those two box sets, not seen any of them before. So yeah, I really like the new artwork that they've got going on, which obviously has a bullet going through some glass, and then you've got 4 splinters showing off 4 different characters. And yeah, the previous two box sets were really impressive. So the first one was Vengeance Trails, and then the second one, which only came out this year, in fact, was Blood Money. So as you can see behind me, I already have 2 of the posters from both of these box sets already up, because they really impressed me. Both of them had at least 2 films in them that I gave 4.5 out of 5. So I'm hoping that this box set continues at least some of that quality. So the first film in this box set is from 1967, I believe. No, 68, and it is I Want Him Dead. So yeah, sounds like a pretty interesting film. Seems like a mix between revenge and somewhat conspiracy. Yeah, it's directed by who's it directed by? Paolo Bianchini. I was trying to pronounce the name, but I probably have butchered that like I usually do. So on this disc, we have a 2K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative. We've got Italian and English front and end titles. We've got restored original lossless mono Italian and English soundtracks, English subtitles for the Italian soundtrack, as well as optional English subtitles for deaf and hard of hearing for the English soundtrack. We've got brand new audio commentary from critics Adrian J. Smith and David Flint. We've got Dead or Alive, a brand new introduction by journalist and critic Fabio Melelli. We've got The Man Who Hated Violence, brand new interview with the director himself. Cut and Shot, brand new interview with editor Eugenio Albasio. And then we've got Nico Unchained, archival interview with composer Nico Fidenko. And then we've got English theatrical trailer as well as image gallery. So plenty of extras on there, and the fact it's had a 2K restoration should mean that it will look really good. The films in the previous 2 box sets look excellent with their restoration, so I expect no difference from this one. And yeah. Secondly, from 1969, we have El Puro, and yeah, this is directed by Eduardo Mullaguia. So yeah, and it was also known as The Reward's Yours, The Man Is Mine. Typical Italians from the 60s and 70s had really good titles for their films. And yeah, again, this has had a brand new 2K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative by Arrow themselves. Got the usual Italian and English front and end titles, newly restored by Arrow Films for this release. It got restored original lossless mono Italian and English soundtracks and typical subtitles, but we've also got 2 versions of the film for this release. We've got the 98-minute cut presented in Italian and English, and the longer 108-minute version assembled from the original camera negative and an archival print and presented in both Italian and a newly created hybrid Italian and English mix. That'd be interesting. Brand new audio commentary by critics Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson. A Zen Western movie. Brand new introduction by journalist and critic Fabio Matelli. Or Milelli. I've misread the L there as a T. Brand new interview with actor Robert Woods. Brand new in-depth appreciation of the soundtrack and its composer Alessandro Alessandroni. By musician and disc collector Lovely John. So yeah, seems like an interesting one, this one. Again, doesn't sound wholly typical of the genre from the time in terms of its premise, but as per usual with these box sets, I'll go more in depth in terms of what the premise of the film is and the actors and whatnot. If I've seen anything from them before, that is, as well as the director. Again, if I've seen anything else from them before, not entirely sure that I have. But yeah, then we have Wrath of the Wind. So again, nicely printed disc, good artwork, reversible artwork as well, which again I'll show off in my main review of each film. So this is directed by Mario Camus, and again we have a 2K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative. Again, Italian English front and end titles with the English titles themselves newly restored. Restored mono audio, English subtitles, blah blah blah. Got alternate 106-minute Spanish language version of the film featuring additional and extended scenes not found in the Italian or English versions. We've got brand new audio commentary by author and critic Howard Hughes, Campesinos El Poda, brand new introduction by journalist and critic Fabio Melelli, The Days of Wrath, brand new interview with camera operator Roberto Diatoni Piazzolo. They call it Red Cemetery, a short film from 2022 by filmmaker Francisco Lizarda, serving as a love letter to the spaghetti western genre. Then we've got the alternate Revenge of Trinity opening titles that have been newly restored for this release, and Image Gallery. So yeah, it has a 97-minute version and the new 106-minute version as well. So yeah, the English Italian version will be obviously the shorter version, and then the Spanish version will be the longer version. So yeah, I typically go for the longer versions just because I feel like I'm getting everything that is on that disc. Typically the shorter versions are typically just minus the scenes in the longer version. Sometimes that might not be the case, but yeah, still looks like an interesting enough film. And finally, we have The Four of the Apocalypse. So this is directed by, I think it's Lucio Fulci, in fact. Yes, it is. So we've had one from him before in one of these box sets. We had him in Vengeance Trails, where he did the absolutely superb Massacre Time. So I have high expectations for this one to be as good as, if not better. And yeah, it's again had a 2K restoration from the original 35mm camera negative. Got Italian and English front and end titles, with again the English titles newly restored. Same for all of the subtitles and soundtracks. And then we've got brand new audio commentary by author and critic Kat Allinger. Apocalypse Now, brand new introduction by journalist and critic Fabio Melelli. We've got It Takes Four, previously unreleased interview with production manager Roberto Sabiga. Then we've got brand new in-depth appreciation of the film by author, critic, and Lucio Fulci scholar Stephen Thrower. Then we've got brand new in-depth appreciation of the soundtrack and its composers, Franco Bixio, Fabio Frizzi, and Vince Tempera by musician and disc collector Lovely John. Then we've got the newly restored theatrical trailer and again Image Gallery. So no different version for this one, just like there wasn't for I Want Him Dead, but still to have two films in a set, to have two different versions of the film is, you know, always a plus point. And yeah, nicely printed disc as well again. And the artwork looks rather interesting as well. It looks a little bit more low key, to be fair. But yeah, we also get a nice booklet with this release. Just some nice artwork on it. Nothing on the rear. And yeah, inside we've got the cast and crew for all four films. Then we've got Boot Hill, Paolo Bianchini's I Want Him Dead, I Don't Exactly Love Life, Eduardo Miligaya's El Puro, The Price of Freedom, Mario Camus' Wrath of the Wind, Death Trip, Lucio Fulci's The Four of the Apocalypse, all of which are by Howard Hughes. So yeah, in-depth writing there on all four films, with pictures from, well, shots from the film. All four films, in fact, scattered throughout. So yeah, really in-depth pieces, to be honest, considering how small the writing is. So yeah, you're going to definitely have a lot to dive into there. And then we've got about the restorations on the rear. So yeah, it's just go through all about the aspect ratios, who did the restorations and such, which again is all nice to know. So yeah, that's the booklet. And finally, we have the double-sided poster, which we've had, as you can see behind me, twice before. So it's nice to see that they're continuing with that. The fact that we've had, you know, now two box sets of spaghetti westerns from our video in the same year is only a good thing. So yeah, we've got the artwork that was shown on the booklet itself, which I really like. I like the colours that are used. The fact that our guy there is quite clearly dead, looks like it's got a skull or whatever, and then you've got those two guns. And then we've got the new artwork that is used for the box set itself, which again is nicely done. Got the director's names either side of the name of the title there, and then 4 classic westerns at the bottom. So yeah, it's once again, in terms of physical presentation, a really nice looking box set. Yeah, the previous 2 also came with posters and booklet, and each individual film had its own disc and case. I would have liked maybe some art cards for each individual film, as we have seen that from previous box sets that have featured multiple films. They've had art cards individually for each one, but on the whole, still a really nice release. And yeah, I'm looking forward to diving into each film. As per usual, like the previous 2 box sets, expect a review of each individual film. We'll look at the reversible artwork in those reviews, as well as look at what the director might have done before that I've seen, or what the actors have done prior as well. So yeah, and obviously I'll go through the premise of each film and obviously give my thoughts on each individual one as well. So yeah, really good release, to be honest. Really like the look of it. So hopefully the look of it will transfer into the films themselves being of quality, which was the case for the previous 2 box sets. Like I said, I gave, let's just run quickly through what I rated them. So Massacre Time, in the first box set, I gave 4.5 out of 5. My Name is Pico, so I gave 3.5 out of 5. Bandidos, I gave 4.5 out of 5. And God Said to Cain, I gave 3.5 out of 5. So the first 4 in the first box set. And then in the second box set, I gave $10,000 Blood Money, 4.5 out of 5. Vengeance is Mine, 4.5 out of 5. Find a Place to Die, 4 out of 5. And Matalo Kill Him, 3.5 out of 5. So yeah, really consistent. None of those films I hated at all. If I did, I would have given at least 1 or 2 of them 3 stars or less. So yeah, well, I'd given them less than 3 stars if I hated them, but yeah, still none of them got 3 stars out of 5, and even the 3.5 stars out of 5 ones still had plenty of enjoyable elements to them. So yeah, here's hoping that this box set maintains that quality. So if you've seen any of these films before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on them, but you'll hear my thoughts on them when it comes to reviewing each individual one, which yes, should start from Saturday. Nonetheless, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.